Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the cars that make our hearts race and our inner gearheads scream with joy. Today, we're talking about something truly special, a legend reborn. It's got the entire automotive world buzzing. I'm talking about the 2026 Plymouth Road Runner, the muscle car icon from the late 60s and 70s that's clawing its way back from the grave with more fury, tech, and attitude than ever before. If you grew up idolizing those no-nonsense beasts that could smoke tires and turn heads without trying, or if you're just discovering the raw thrill of American iron for the first time, buckle up because this revival is everything we've been dreaming of and then some. The original Road Runner was all about stripping away the fluff to deliver pure, unadulterated power at a price that didn't break the bank. And Plymouth, under the Stellantis umbrella, now has nailed that spirit while wrapping it in 21st century wizardry. We're going to walk through every inch of this beast, from its jaw-dropping looks to the gut-punch performance that'll have you grinning like a kid on Christmas morning. Let's jump right in and see why the 2026 Road Runner isn't just a car. It's a time machine with a supercharger. Picture this, you're pulling up to a car meet, and all eyes snap to you like magnets. That's the magic of the Road Runner's exterior. It's a love letter to the classics, but sculpted with the precision of a modern supercar. Starting up front, the design hits you like a freight train of nostalgia mixed with menace. That massive chrome-trimmed grille screams Plymouth in bold. Block letters across the bottom, flanked by those razor-sharp quad LED headlights that look like they're glaring at you, daring you to challenge them. The hood is long and flat, just like the originals, but now it's got subtle power bulges and air vents that hint at the monster lurking underneath, feeding cool air to keep things from melting during a hard run. The bumper is all business low-slung and aggressive, with integrated fog lights that cut through the night like laser beams, and blacked-out accents that give it a stealthy, prowler vibe. It's not just pretty. This front end is engineered for better airflow, slicing through the wind with a coefficient of drag that's impressively low for a muscle car, helping you hit those triple-digit speeds without fighting the air. And the color options? We're talking deep plum crazy purple that pops under sunlight, or a fiery torch red that looks like it's about to ignite whatever you choose. It's going to demand attention from a mile away, swing around to the side. And oh man, this is where the Road Runner flexes its muscles, literally. The fenders are bulging like they've been hitting the gym, wide and flared to accommodate those massive 20-inch staggered wheels wrapped in sticky, high-performance tires that grip the pavement like glue. The profile is pure poetry, a sleek, flowing beltline that rises gently toward the rear, with character lines running from the door handles back to the taillights, echoing the fastback curves of the 70 model, but smoothed out for that wind-cheating efficiency. Chrome side mirrors, house blind spot cameras for a modern touch, and the door sills are etched with Road Runner badges that glow subtly at night. It's got that long, low stance wheelbase, stretched to 116 inches for stability without feeling bulky, and the roofline slopes just enough to keep the coupe silhouette aggressive yet coupe cool. Step back and you see how the side intakes on the front fenders aren't just for show. They channel air to the brakes, keeping them cool when you're carving canyons or launching at the strip. This isn't some watered-down retro ride. It's a predator built to hunt the horizon, turning every drive into a rolling art exhibit. Now, flip it around to the rear, and the Road Runner seals the deal with a backside that's equal parts brutal and beautiful. Those full-width LED taillights stretch across the trunk like fiery bird wings, a nod to the original's hidden headlights but updated with sequential turn signals that dance when you signal. The diffuser is huge and functional, painted in gloss black with quad exhaust tips poking out like cannons, rumbling with that deep V8 growl that'll shake your soul. The trunk lid is subtle, with a spoiler that's optional but highly recommended for that extra downforce at speed, and the whole assembly sits low to the ground, emphasizing the wide hips and planted feel. No clownish wings here, just clean, purposeful lines that say, "I'm fast and I know it," from any angle. The exterior paints a picture of heritage reborn, about 188 inches nose to tail, weighing in around 3,800 pounds thanks to aluminum panels up front, and available in soft-top convertible guise if you want to feel the wind in your hair while blasting classic rock. It's the kind of design that doesn't just turn heads. It stops traffic and starts conversations, all right. Enough ogling from the outside, let's crack the door and slide into the cockpit. Because the interior of the 2026 Road Runner is where old school soul meets new school smarts in a way that's surprisingly refined. You drop into the driver's seat and immediately, You're hugged by those deeply bolstered buckets hand-stitched leather with Alcantara inserts that grip you like a racing harness during hard corners, but plush enough for a cross-country cruise. The seats adjust 8 ways electrically with heating, ventilation, and even massage functions on the higher trims, because why not treat yourself after a long day? The dashboard sweeps in a retro wave, with a massive 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that can flip between classic analog dials and a full customizable HUD, projecting speed and nav right onto the windshield. Dead center is the star, a 10.1-inch vertical touchscreen running the latest Uconnect 6 infotainment. Buttery smooth with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and over-the-air updates so you're always connected. Crank up the 19-speaker Harman Kardon system, and it fills the cabin with crystal-clear tunes perfect for that. Roadrunner playlist featuring the Beatles, Helter Skelter, or whatever gets your blood pumping. The layout is all driver. Zero distractions, a thick leather-wrapped steering wheel with paddle shifters etched with bird motifs, and a center console that's minimalist but loaded wireless charging pad, dual USB-C ports, and a row of haptic buttons for climate control that dual zones. The AC heat with surprising quietness thanks to active noise cancellation. Materials? Think soft-touch plastics, brushed aluminum trim with vintage Plymouth script, and carbon fiber accents on the performance packs that scream premium without shouting luxury. SUV, rear seats fold flat for 12 cubic feet of cargo. But let's be real, this is a 2-door thrill machine, so it's more about the journey than hauling the family. Safety's covered too, with a suite of assists like adaptive cruise that learns your style, lane keeping that nudges gently, and 360-degree cameras for tight parking lots. It's cozy for 4 if you're friendly, but the real magic is that wraparound feel, like the car's whispering secrets just to you. In a world of bland crossovers, this interior reminds you why we fell in love with cars in the first place. It's inviting, intuitive, and ready for whatever adventure you throw at it. But let's cut to the chase. Because if the looks and seats have you hooked, the performance of the 2026 Road Runner is going to seal the deal, and then some. It's the thunder that makes this bird fly. Under that long hood sits your choice of heart-stoppers, starting with the base 6.4-liter Hemi V8 pumping out 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic that's lightning quick on shifts. But for those who want the full symphony, step up to the supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi Beast 720 horses and a monstrous 650 pound-feet that launches you from 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. Quarter mile in under 11, and a governed top speed flirting with 205 miles per hour. That's not just quick, that's warp speed territory, with a soundtrack that starts as a menacing idle rumble and builds to a howling banshee wail under full throttle, echoing off overpasses like a call to the wild. Power hits the rear wheels standard via that slick auto, but all-wheel drive is optional for rain-slicked roads or snowy getaways without sacrificing the drift-friendly fun handling. This isn't your grandpa's boat, it's tuned on the same racks as SRT models, with adaptive dampers that firm up for twisties or soften for the daily slog, magnetic ride control keeping it flat through sweepers, and Brembo brakes that haul it down from 100 miles per hour in a blink, no fade even after repeated stops. The chassis is stiffer than the old ones, with a multi-link rear suspension that plants those wide Michelins like they're welded to the asphalt, and torque vectoring that makes mid-corner adjustments feel telepathic. Fuel economy? Yeah, it's thirsty around 15 mpg city, 22 highway on the base, dipping lower with the supercharger, but who cares when every gallon feels like liquid adrenaline? Launch control, drift mode, and track telemetry via the screen let you dial in the chaos, whether you're terrorizing a drag strip or just merging onto the freeway with authority. In short, the Road Runner doesn't just go fast, it makes you feel invincible, turning ordinary roads into personal racetracks where the only limit is your courage. Now, if all this has your credit card itching, let's talk brass tacks on the pricing. Because the Road Runner keeps that accessible muscle ethos alive without skimping on the goods. The base RT trim kicks off at about $75,000, getting you the 6.4-liter V8, those killer looks and all the essential tech to make it a daily driver with bite. Bump up to the GT pack for around $85,000, and you add the supercharger, upgraded B,